Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two phones, the live order F1S with the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So these two phones are priced almost in the same category below the 11k pricing, with 1099 the pricing of live order F1S, while it's 10999 on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So these two phones are really good in terms of the specifications being offered. So let's compare these two phones and we decide which is the better device to buy here. So without any further delay, let's get started. The first being the display design and build quality. So design wise, you can see both these devices are made of metal and unibody construction. Looks quite good in terms of the matte finish being offered. We would say the live order F1S is slightly better to use because of this slimmer form factor and also the smaller display size. So you can use definitely with one hand. While on the other hand, the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is a standard 5.5 inch screen size, a little bigger to use in hands. Now talking about the other aspect, you can see there is a curved edge on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, while you have flat sides and chamfered edges on the live order F1S, which actually gives a good feeling altogether. So we would say in terms of the design, the live order F1S is a better device to buy because it feels pretty compact and easy to use than the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Now the build quality on both these phones are really good and pretty good in terms of fit and finish as well. So that is the design and build quality aspect. Because of the smaller form factor, the live order F1S is definitely easy to use and does give a really good feel. Now let's talk about the display. So we have a full HD display on both these phones, that's a 1080p resolution, but the display size is different. We have 5.2 inch screen size on the live order F1S, while it's 5.5 inch screen size on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. And the display quality looks pretty good on both the phones. The viewing angles, the color quality and overall sharpness levels are pretty decent on both the phones. But having said that, we would say the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 produces better display quality because of the sunlight legibility, and also there are some additional options available in the display to customize it. So the sunlight legibility of this Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is one of the good aspects about this device, and in bright sunlight it performs really well. So in terms of the display performance, we would give it to the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. Now let's talk about the software. So we have Android 6.0 Marshmallow on these two phones, but they have a different UI. So first let's talk about the UI on the live order F1S. So it is a custom UI, but it does have a lot of resemblance with the stock Android. You can see app drawer and the icons are arranged almost similar to the stock experience. And if you go to the settings panel, you can see again a stock like UI with some additional options including gesture unlock. So there is double tap to wake, slide up to unlock, then some gestures, type gestures are included. So this is quite good UI in terms of features being offered. It has support for gestures, then you have flip to mute, and there is also OTG support. So apart from that, it looks fairly simple UI. There is no customization options or support for themes, but it is quite a decent UI. But you can see that the icons and the folder sizes are not in sync, so it does not give a really pleasing experience, and it's not a really polished UI. Now if you look at the quick toggles, again they're quite similar to the stock experience. So now talking about the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, so we have MIUI 8 on this device along with some added features, and now it has got this Marshmallow update. And if you look at the UI of the MIUI 8, it has a lot of additional features including child mode, light mode is included, second space is there. We have the ability to run multiple apps at the same time. So these are some of the really useful options, and there is also support for themes. You can download additional themes. There is a lot of customization options. It has a custom notification center and quick toggles, and it is really polished as well. So if you are a person who loves a lot of customizations, then the Xiaomi's MIUI 8 is definitely one device to buy. But if you want a plain stock experience, then the live order F1S UI looks very similar to the stock experience. Now additionally, we also have a fingerprint scanner located on the rear panel on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, which is missing on the live order F1S. So not too many phones miss out on the fingerprint scanner, and order F1S is one of those devices which does not come with a fingerprint scanner. So that was the software aspect. Now let's talk about the performance. So both these devices are really good performing devices with a Snapdragon 652 octa-core chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage on the live order F1S, while on the other hand we have Snapdragon 650 hexa-core chipset with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage on the Redmi Note 3. So both these devices are really good in day-to-day experience and does job really well. There's hardly any issues in terms of lag or experience, and really powerful chipset in this price segment. Now both this phone provide really good gaming experience as well, and there's hardly any issues in terms of the gaming experience as well. So performance is a good aspect on both the phones, and they're really good performing devices. Now both the phones come with a dual SIM cards, and they're hybrid SIM card supporting micro SD card, and we have 4G LTE and VoLTE out of the box. So that was the software and performance. So software we would give to our readers to decide whether they want a custom UI or they want stock like UI, and performance both are equally good. Now let's talk about the other aspects, including speaker performance and call quality. The call quality was quite good on both the phones. There was hardly any issues, and the speaker performance, you would say Redmi Note 3 was slightly better in terms of the speaker experience. Now let's talk about the camera. So we have a 16 megapixel camera on both the phones, and we have a front facing 8 megapixel camera again on both the phones. Now looking at the camera interface, you can see both are quite decent UIs offering decent features. You can see that the UI on the MIUI 8 looks a bit more polished than the Life Order F1S UI, but it does offer some additional features and modes to take photos. So both have quite good amount of options and features being offered. Now let's have a look at the camera samples which we have taken with these two phones. So you can see that neither of them are really powerful devices in terms of the camera performance. Both are pretty average smartphones, and one of the major issues with the Life Order F1S is that the color quality is inconsistent, and at times you can see that colors do get washed out. On the other hand, the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 again does not produce real colors. It's a bit on the saturated side. So neither of these devices are really powerful in terms of the camera experience, but out of these two we would pick the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. At least we have a better device in terms of the color consistency. Now there is also 4K recording support on the Life Order F1S. There is support on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, but you need to use third-party apps. So that is the camera experience on both these devices. Now let's talk about the battery. So we have a 3000 mAh battery on the Life Order F1S, while it's a 4000 mAh battery on the Redmi Note 3. And while you can easily get through 1 day of usage on the Life Order F1S, we can easily get through almost 1.5 to 2 days on the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3. So the battery performance, obviously Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 is a winner. So now we have talked about almost all aspects about these two phones. So which is the better device to buy out of these phones? So the Life Order F1S has a good design and a decent build quality. Display is kind of okay. The software isn't really customizable, but does the job pretty well. It is really powerful and does the job really well with gaming experience as well. And the battery is kind of average. The pricing is good at $1099. That's kind of good pricing for a device in this category. Now the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3 has an added advantage that it has a fingerprint sensor, really good display, software is highly customizable, camera performance is slightly better than the Life Order F1S, and it has terrific battery life when compared to the Life Order F1S. So based on this aspect, our choice would be the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 3, because it does come with additional features and options which are missing on the Life Order F1S. So that was the detailed comparison of these two phones. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.